112.5 million Americans are expected to take to the air, the roads, the rails for the year-end holiday season, according to AAA. Our own Cheryl Casoni has this Christmas spirit this morning. She's live at the Winter Wonderland of the historic Milleridge Inn on Long Island, New York. Cheryl, good morning.
Oh, good morning. Good morning, Maria. A beautiful pre-Christmas morning out here in, of course, Long Island, New York. And yes, 'tis the season. About 46 million folks are going to be flying. It's going to be a stressful time. Lots of questions from my guest. Amy West, of course, is a luxury travel expert. And let's first talk about the most popular cities in the U.S. right now that are selling out ahead of the Christmas season. I think L.A. is at the top of the list, right?
We got L.A., of course, New York, Orlando, Atlanta, Chicago, a lot of the usuals.
All right, so we're talking about more than 46 million people that are going to be taken to the skies over an 18-day period.
Yeah.
A lot of stress at the airports, but there's some tips that Forbes has that kind of tells us, and you say one of the things you do is you pack light. Even at Christmas, you pack light.
A major advocate of packing light. It doesn't matter where I'm going or what time of year, because carry-on is the way to win. A lot of times they make you volunteer check it anyway, so I never pay to pack, and carrying on your less baggage.
Shout out to the folks at Forbes. They say avoid travel delays, avoid peak travel days, and don't wrap your presents ahead of time.
That's right.
Emphasis on this, because TSA is going to ruin your holiday.
TSA wants to be peeking in there, seeing what's in the packages, so just be prepared. They're going to get open. They suggest instead to do gift bags or just to ship them in advance.
How early do we need to be at the airports, do you think?
Oh, I would definitely suggest at least 2 hours. Depends on if you have TSA pre-check or not. But, I mean, the earlier the better. I mean, I'd rather sit around and wait than be stuck in traffic and be stressing about getting there and missing my flight.
And also, I'm very connected now when I travel with apps and everything. But you say stay up to date via your smartphone.
Yes.
As far as when you get to the airport.
Have your apps for your airline so you can see if there's any delays happening. And if you're hitting the roads, I suggest Waze, because it's going to tell you if you have delays in advance and give you some alternative routes if you need to go.
Okay. All right. Really quick. Top destinations for 2019. You and I have both been to Cuba. That's one of yours.
Yes.
And also, as well as you said, the Azores is a hot new place for next year. Why the Azores?
I've been hearing a lot about the Azores. It's a beautiful archipelago right off of Portugal. It's under Portugal's rule. And there's so much to do there. There's miles and miles of just pristine coastline. It's a great place for people who like to get outdoors and do kind of eco tours, kayaking, getting active and involved. Plus, there's great food. So it's a great destination. You can get really good deals there right now. Under $1,000 for a 10-day tour, and flights right now as low as under $700 for round trip.
That's amazing. And also you say Cuba's a good spot, which we know I've been to. We've talked about that with Maria. But you also say you like Romania, and then Nashville, Tennessee, the Finger Lakes in New York. There's all kinds of good ideas you've got.
Yes,
right?
absolutely. Especially Christmas time right now for Nashville, and New Year's coming up. There's some really fun things happening in Nashville for New Year's, as well as New Orleans. I've got my eye on New Orleans for New Year's. And Jamaica, man, Jamaica. It's all about Jamaica this year.
Yeah, and you mentioned the Bahamas. I tell you, I learned on Maria's show, thanks to her segment, that I should go to SLS and the Bahamas, and I did. Amy, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
I don't know, Maria, there's a lot of great places to go in 2019. We just got to get through the holiday season at the airports this week.
Yes, it's true. But you know what? Janice told us earlier in the show that it's going to be milder in terms of the weather than we thought. So maybe that encourages people to get out. Thanks so much.